everyone, it's Connor back from This Old Farm, and today it's Friday, and my truck's on the hoist. So we're gonna, well, first things first is we're gonna do an oil change on it tonight, and then I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it tonight or not, but we got those to put on. Got some WeatherTech no drill mud flaps. So that way in the spring, once we're thawed out again and stuff, the rocks don't sit and chip all the paint off and everything. So we'll get her raised up a little bit more. We're not totally up, and we'll bring you guys back, I guess. All right, there we go. We got some mud flaps on. The back ones we did kind of, I guess, the typical way. Put the bolts in through the, you pop out, there's two push pins there, pop those out, put in the supplied screws, bolts, whatever you want to call them, with nuts, and then throw over the fender lock and tighten that down. The front ones, we borked it, and just put, rather than goof around with their stupid method that they had, these screws hold in a little plastic deal. If I would have saved one down here, I threw them up on top of the tonneau cover, but Ford from the factory puts this little plastic piece that comes down here and covers that. So you take that off and then just reutilize the two screws that held that on, put that through the provided holes, and lock down the fender thing. Same story as the back ones. So now she got fender or mud flaps, no more rock chips or anything like that on the truck. She looks pretty nice with them. So we're gonna leave it in here tonight to thaw out, and then in the morning when we get up, we'll pull her out. So we'll talk to you guys in the morning. Well, I figured being that Rick's not feeling well, we'll head up and check out the animal situation. We got a little bit more snow last night, which kind of sucks. Just a dusting really, but just more snow we didn't need. We'll come up and take a look at the pigs first, see how them guys are doing. Yeah, they're burrowed in their hay. Look at them goofballs. Oh, them pigs. Chickens are squawking. They want to come out as little as we do. Trudge over here to the cattle and see how they're doing. Probably will give them some water. You can see Rick tried to put in a wind block. I guess they've been eating it, so they're not very bright, these cattle over here. But I guess that's the name of the game. Get a little bit of water. We'll top it off a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute, I guess. Alright, well, the next task of the day, I guess we'll say, I gotta follow Rick into town. He's taking a customer vehicle back, I think. So, we got the truck running. We'll go hop in and follow him in, I guess. So, we're back up in the apartment, and last time we got the pink foam insulation put in and framed up our window frame there. This time what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through and we're gonna start studding in the walls. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and run a board across the bottom, which is gonna be flush to the outside of this. So it'll be, we'll grab this scrap piece here. It'll look something like that. It'll be flush with the outside of the post, I believe, anyways. And of course span the gap here, so imagine that it continues on. That's what those are for there. We're gonna cut them down because it's not a 8-foot width here. So it'll be flush with the outside here, and then we'll put one up here that's flush to the bottom, and then flush to the outside of the post, and run, you know, span that width. And then we'll start putting in our verticals in, you know, gap them properly for the space, because the issue that we're running into is that these posts, these 6x6 posts, I don't know if you can see it in this one. Well, here, let's, do I still have the level in here? I don't have the level up here. If I had the level up here, I would show you guys, these are no longer square, or these posts aren't nice and straight. At one point in time, this entire building, when it first got put up, had been shifted, had fallen back. Rick was telling me, and so these posts are not nice and square, and of course, you know, nothing's perfect to begin with. You can see that one's nicely leaning because this wall is square, but you can see that that post canters off to the left. So that's kind of been our issue that we've been fighting with these, the outer walls, we'll call them, is that they aren't perfectly square. So I hear footsteps coming. There he is.
You know, like crazy people talk to themselves, right?
What?
You know, like crazy people talk to themselves, right?
Well, I guess that makes both of us.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I was just explaining to the fine folks here what we're kind of planning on doing with our walls.
You're gonna make it less of a shit show than it already is.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, we're gonna discuss and we'll bring you guys back later. All right, so the plan has changed a little bit as far as the wall studding goes. Instead of putting the top piece on, like I had explained there, we're gonna just run them up to that existing ledger board there, and just screw the boards, the studs, wall studs into that. So, being that we're screwing stuff instead of nailing, because we're gonna be a little bit more precise there with the nail gun. It tends to want to move the boards around. So we're gonna go through, and we have to go to the hardware store, and we're gonna get some hardware to do that. We need to get some screws, is what I'm getting at here. So we're gonna take off here, go get some screws, and then we'll be back in a little bit, I guess. All right, well, I figured I'd give you guys an update. So we got that wall studded, that wall studded. Right now I'm working on putting in the window ledge here, because we're starting to run our electrical stuff. So we've got a box there, and then a light here. This light and that light are gonna be over the bed lights. This is where the bed's gonna be. I've got a light picked out that I'm gonna end up having to order. So that's what these are for. They're just gonna be like a dim night light, so you can shut the rest of the lights. There's gonna be can lights up in here, so you can shut the rest of the lights off and then have these two up and still kind of have a little bit of light to see where you're, you know, make sure you're getting into bed or whatever. So we had the cords, we had the wiring run through there, and it just came out the wall and stuck out here. So we drilled Rick came in and drilled the corners here for me, and then I drilled those holes. I did that hole and ran it into the light mount there, ran that into the switch box there, and then drilled a hole through there, all the way through the 6x6. And now we're working on putting doing the window ledge so that I can continue drilling on that way. I think once we get into the bathroom, I don't think there'll be any more outlets going on that wall there, because of the fact that there's probably going to be like a toilet there, and the shower will be in the corner. So there's no reason to have like have the plug-in there. I think anything that will be that'll be needed in the bathroom as far as wall outlets go will either be in this wall here, that wall there, or over here. We kind of got to get the layout figured out in here first before we can start figuring out all of that. But for now, I'm working on kind of trying to do one section at a time. So I've got, that section kind of completed. I'll have to start running. I should run one more quick wire from that box to that box. I just figured I'd put two I know they're kind of close together. Well, I guess they're no further than them are really, but I know they're kind of close together, but I figured, rather than try and put like a 6-way on there or whatever, you got 2. Granted, it's only 4, but you know, depending on how much junk you have on the nightstand or whatever, because like I said, this is where the bed's gonna be. Nightstand probably here, because the bed's probably gonna run that way, and then have a nightstand here or whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're looking at. We're making progress. It's slow. I'm working a lot slower than I used to be. One, because I'm kind of cold, and second, because I'm, well, we won't bring up that reason, but I gotta grab some more 2x4s, which are down there, down at the in front of the RTV, underneath of that. So we'll I'm gonna bring up some more 2x4s, start doing some more cutting, and then we'll run some more wiring, and I guess we'll bring you back when we got something else going on, I guess. All right, so it's 6 o'clock on a Saturday, and we decided to be stupid.
Not we.
Yeah.
You started this
you
shit.
You pulled the tractor in.
For drivability problems.
Well, so?
You tore the cab apart.
You told me to.
No, I did not.
You said that, oh, we should pull the headliner down to see why it's spraying all over the place.
I said one of these days.
One of these days. Well, today's the day.
Yes, today's the fucking day, right?
So we determined, at least, well, part of the problem, that the rear one is, well, no longer attached. So that's why that one didn't work. Now we're trying to determine whether the front one worked or not. So, you're gonna blow on it with the nerve. Oh yeah, but why the hell is it? Okay.
What?
Oh, because it's...
So it's off?
Yeah, you broke it off.
I broke it off?
Well, you're the one that operates the tractor. So it comes out at the corner of the cab there.
Well, for fuck's sake.
So it just blows directly forward. Well, here, I can... Hold on. I can't zoom in on it. That's the thingy. Right there. So, yeah, that ain't gonna work. Too hot.
That's supposed to come out and fucking be mounted on that thing?
Must be.
For the fuck. Okay.
I'm not the only one it doesn't like. So, last time we talked to you, I think we talked to you when we were, at least, well, up in the apartment anyways. Last time we talked to you, we were dealing with the Kubota. Anyways, so, up here, I think last time when we talked to you, we had that piece of insulation in, and those two studded in, and some electrical ran. Electrical wiring, I should say. There's no electricity there, whatever. Now we have our one in the bathroom done with holes drilled through all them 2x4s, and then the wires are going to come out of this one here and follow the existing wires for the pole that are running in the pole barn or whatever. So I just finished getting that piece of insulation over there. It's stapled on the one end and ready for the next section. We also did that. That is the opening for that. So I got the ladder set up here, and I'm not going to put it in until Rick comes and helps, because that's going to be just it's going to be a disaster if I try and do it myself. So we are I'm going to work on cutting up this roll of insulation down there, and put it up in the wall over there, and then that should get us a couple of sections anyways. I can't remember how many. I think one roll did 5 pieces, at least in these walls here. So these should be about the same, because they're about the same length. So so we should be able to get 2, 3, 4. I don't know how that one's gonna work out, because that one's kind of, this one here is kind of a different You can see it's not the same width because like we said earlier, the pole barn isn't perfectly square. So we might skip that one and jump over here or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're gonna start unrolling some insulation here and get to cutting, and we'll talk to you guys in a minute, I guess. Well, we have made quite a bit of progress since we last talked to you. Everything's insulated that we have framed up, I guess we'll say, for now. We're gonna go through and make this wall after we turn the camera off here, and we're gonna stick to the inside of these posts, and we're just gonna run over to this wall and then do that short jaunt there, and then we'll insulate that. There's 2 more rolls of insulation that should hopefully get us through. I don't see why it wouldn't. We should have a little bit extra even, and then whatever any of the extra bits here that we have, we're gonna stick them like up on top here in each section, just to have that little added coverage, I guess, just to make sure you don't have, like down here where there's a little bit of air gap where it should be pushed up against the, up against the board like that. You should go through and kind of do that. So that's essentially what they're gonna eliminate, is anything like that that's gonna cause air to get in, air leaks. So we're making progress slowly but surely. You guys, you've been in my pocket, so you're all dirty. Hold on, there we go. It'll have to be good enough. So yeah, we're making progress. I gotta have Rick help me with the window, but he's busy working on car stuff, so he's making video there. So I guess that'll have to wait. So I don't know, it is what it is. Oh, and we got some wiring up over there too. I think when we last talked to you, we didn't have that up. I don't remember. But anyways, there's wiring up along here. So those are going to be GFIs. The reason those outlets are up higher are because this is where the kitchen area is going to be. So it'll be countertop. So they're up higher for the countertop. Those will be GFIs. That one down there is going to be for like a dorm room fridge type of thing. And then on the other side, the bathroom, that's where the vanity will be there. So that's why that one's GFI there. So it's coming along slowly but surely, but I'm gonna start making up that back wall and try and get that done, and maybe then next weekend we could put up a ceiling and start looking at heating the place there soon, so that I can spend the weekend at least in it rather than over in the camper and buying expensive propane. So we'll talk to you guys when we talk to you. Well, that is all the more progress we're gonna make today. I didn't get the wall put in. I don't have time to do it. So I've got all my pieces marked out here. I marked out, these are the straight up and down studs. These ones in this stack and this stack. This is the base and top, or top and base. I said that the same way. For the back in the closet there, and then that's the top and the bottom for in the bathroom run here. So next weekend we'll go through and cut them out. I got a little bit of time, but not enough to be worth dragging all the electric tools out again for. So I took them all back down to the shop because I thought I was done, and then it turns out I'm not done. So but that's all right. It's not a big deal. We'll just get to it next weekend. It's, not a huge problem. So next weekend we'll go through and cut all that up, put it all up, and then insulate that wall, and then we'll be on to the ceiling. So that's exciting. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed our progress that we made this weekend. We'll make some more next weekend. We'll hopefully try and get some more farm related stuff for you next weekend. I know this weekend there wasn't much farm stuff, so we're kind of deviating off this old farm, but we'll get back into it in the summertime. There's a lot of farming to do in the summer. So right now we're trying to, make the future of this old farm. So Anyways, I'll quit babbling. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk to y'all next time.